Communication verbs, a word that describes an action related to communication, used to express different ways of conveying information, ideas, or feelings. Address, meaning to speak to or write to someone. Please address the letter to the manager. The speaker addressed the audience. Advertise, meaning make something known to the public. The company advertised its new product on TV. They advertised for a new employee. Announce, meaning make a public statement about something. The school announced the summer vacation. The news anchor announced the breaking news. Answer, meaning respond to a question or request. Please answer the phone. She answered the question correctly. Argue, meaning give reasons to support or oppose something. They argued about politics. The lawyer argued the case in court. Ask, meaning request information or something. Ask her for help. I asked a question about the homework. Assert, meaning state something forcefully. He asserted his innocence. The company asserted its dominance in the market. Beg, meaning ask earnestly or imploringly. She begged for forgiveness. The child begged for a toy. Clarify, meaning make something clear or easy to understand. Please clarify your instructions. The teacher clarified the complex problem. Communicate, meaning share information or ideas with others. They communicated via email. Effective communication is essential in relationships. Complain, meaning express dissatisfaction or annoyance. She complained about the noise. Customers complained about the poor service. Convince, meaning persuade someone to do something. He convinced her to go to the party. The salesman convinced me to buy the product. Convey, meaning communicate, impart. She conveyed her condolences in a heartfelt letter. The speaker conveyed the message clearly. Debate, meaning discuss a topic formally and at length. The politicians debated the new policy. The students debated the pros and cons of social media. Describe, meaning give a detailed account of something. Describe your dream house. The witness described the suspect to the police. Discuss, meaning talk about something in order to reach a decision. Let's discuss the project. They discussed the weekend plans. Explain, meaning make something clear or easy to understand. Explain the rules to the new players. The teacher explained the complex concept. Express, meaning convey thoughts, feelings, or ideas. She expressed her gratitude. The artist expressed his emotions through painting. Exchange, meaning give and receive something. They exchanged gifts during the holiday season. let's exchange ideas for the presentation. Imply, meaning suggest something without saying it directly. Her silence implied disapproval. The article implied financial trouble for the company. Inform, meaning tell someone about something. Please inform me of any changes. The news informed the public about the disaster. Inquire, meaning ask for information. I inquired about the job opening. The detective inquired into the matter. Interrogate, meaning question someone intensively. The police interrogated the suspect. The journalist interrogated the politician. Interact, meaning communicate and react to one another. The children interacted happily during playtime. The employees interacted with customers daily. Negotiate, meaning discuss something to reach an agreement. The union negotiated a new contract. The diplomats negotiated a peace treaty. Persuade, meaning convince someone to do something. The salesperson persuaded me to buy the car. The lawyer persuaded the jury. Question, meaning ask something. Teacher questioned the student. I questioned the witness. Reply, meaning answer something. She replied to the email promptly. Please reply to the message. Respond, meaning react to something. He responded to the criticism calmly. The company responded quickly to the complaint. Reveal, meaning make something known that was previously secret. She revealed the truth. The detective revealed the suspect's identity. Relate, meaning connect or associate people, things, or ideas. He related the story to his own experiences. The article related climate change to rising sea levels. Share, meaning give a portion of something to someone else. Share your toys with your friends. Let's share the expenses. Speak, meaning produce sounds that form words. Can you speak louder? The baby started to speak. State, meaning express something clearly and definitely. She stated her opinion. The government stated its position. Transmit, meaning send something, especially electronically. The radio transmitted the news broadcast. The satellite transmitted data to the ground station. Babble, meaning to talk rapidly and continuously in a foolish, excited, or incomprehensible way. The baby babbled happily as she played with her toys. He babbled on about his weekend, barely stopping to take a breath. Chat, meaning to talk in a friendly and informal way. They chatted over coffee about their weekend plans. She loves to chat with her friends online every evening. Converse, meaning to engage in conversation. They conversed quietly in the corner of the room. She enjoys conversing with people from different cultures. Debate, meaning to discuss a topic publicly, often involving opposing viewpoints. The students debated the pros and cons of the new policy. They debated whether to go on vacation this year or save money. Discuss, meaning to talk about something with another person or a group of people. They discussed the project during the meeting. We need to discuss our plans for the weekend. Gossip, meaning to talk about the private affairs of others, often in a casual or unconstrained way. They gossiped about the new colleague during lunch. She enjoys gossiping with her neighbors about local news. Lecture, meaning to give a formal talk to an audience in a serious or critical manner. The professor lectured on the causes of the Civil War. His parents lectured him about the importance of doing well in school. Preach, meaning to deliver a sermon or to advocate a particular principle or course of action in an earnest way. The pastor preached about the importance of kindness. He preached the benefits of a healthy lifestyle to his friends. Rant, meaning to speak or shout at length in a wild, impassioned way. He ranted about the poor service at the restaurant. She went on a rant about the unfair treatment she received. Shout, meaning to utter a loud call or cry, typically as an expression of a strong emotion. He shouted for help when he saw the accident. She shouted at her brother for breaking her toy. Whisper, meaning to speak very softly using one's breath, especially for the sake of secrecy. She whispered the secret to her friend. He whispered a quick goodbye before leaving the room. Yell, meaning to shout something in a loud, sharp way, often as a sign of anger or excitement. He yelled at the driver who cut him off in traffic. The coach yelled instructions to the players during the game. Gesture, meaning a movement of part of the body, especially a hand or the head, to express an idea or meaning. She made a gesture to indicate that she wanted to leave. He gestured toward the door, signaling that it was time to go. Indicate, meaning to point out or show something. She indicated her approval with a nod. The sign indicated the direction to the nearest restroom. Mimic, meaning to imitate someone's actions or words, typically to entertain or mock. The child mimicked his father's way of talking. She could mimic the accents of various countries perfectly. Nod, meaning to lower and raise one's head slightly and briefly, especially in greeting, or to give someone a signal. She nodded in agreement when asked if she wanted dessert. He gave a quick nod to acknowledge the stranger's greeting. Point, meaning to direct someone's attention toward something by extending one's finger in its direction. She pointed out the error in the report. He pointed to the map on the wall to show where they were. Pose, meaning to assume a particular position or attitude, especially one that is intended to be photographed, painted, or drawn. The model posed for the camera during the photo shoot. He posed as a tourist to gather information unnoticed. Signal, Meaning: a gesture, action, or sound that is used to convey information or instructions. She signaled the taxi to stop by raising her hand. The referee signaled the end of the game with a whistle. Smile. Meaning: to form one's features into a pleased, kind, or amused expression. She smiled when she saw her friend coming toward her. He smiled at the baby who was laughing at his funny faces. Stare. Meaning: to look fixedly or vacantly at someone or something with one's eyes wide open. She stared out the window, lost in thought. The audience stared in amazement at the magician's trick. Wave. Meaning: to move one's hand to and fro in greeting or as a signal. He waved to get the attention of the waiter. She waved goodbye to her friend as the train left the station. Author. Meaning: to be the writer of a book, article, or other written work. He authored several best-selling novels over the past decade. The professor authored an influential paper on climate change. Compose. Meaning: to create or write, especially music, poetry, or text. He composed a heartfelt letter to his friend. The musician composed a beautiful symphony for the orchestra. Draft. Meaning: to write a preliminary version of a piece of writing. She drafted an outline for her research paper. The team drafted a proposal for the new project. Edit. Meaning: to prepare written material for publication by correcting, condensing, or otherwise modifying it. He spent the afternoon editing his novel to improve the dialogue. The editor carefully edited the article before it was published. Illustrate. Meaning: to provide, a book, newspaper, etc., with pictures or diagrams to explain or decorate the content. She illustrated the children's book with colorful drawings. The graph illustrates the trend in sales over the past year. Letter. Meaning: to write or inscribe letters, to compose a written communication. She lettered a message of thanks to her teacher. He received a letter from his friend who moved to another country. Narrate. Meaning: to give a spoken or written account of something. She narrated the events of the day in a calm, clear voice. The author narrated the story from the perspective of the main character. Outline. Meaning: to give a brief account or summary of something, to organize ideas or content in a structured way. She outlined her essay before starting to write the first draft. He outlined the main points of his presentation before the meeting. Pen. Meaning: to write or compose a piece of text. She penned a heartfelt note to her grandmother. The poet penned verses about love and loss. Proofread. Meaning: to read printed material and mark any errors. She proofread the essay carefully to catch any spelling errors. He proofread the document before submitting it to ensure there were no mistakes. Publish. Meaning: to prepare and issue a book, journal, piece of music, or other work for public sale or distribution. The company published her book, making it available worldwide. He decided to publish his research findings in a scientific journal. Rewrite, meaning to write something again so as to alter or improve it. She rewrote the introduction to make it more engaging. After receiving feedback, he rewrote the article to clarify his argument. Scribble, meaning to write or draw something carelessly or hurriedly. The child scribbled on the paper with crayons. He quickly scribbled down the phone number before he forgot it. Type, meaning to write using a keyboard. She typed up the report on her computer. He typed a letter to his friend on the old typewriter. Blog, meaning to write or maintain a regular online journal on a particular subject. She blogs about her travel experiences every week. He started a blog to share his thoughts on technology. Comment, meaning to express an opinion or reaction to something posted online. He commented on the article, sharing his own perspective. She left a comment on the photo to compliment the photographer. Email, meaning to send a message electronically through an online system. She emailed the report to her boss before the deadline. He emailed his friend to confirm their weekend plans. Like, meaning to indicate enjoyment or approval of something on social media by clicking a like button. She liked the post about the charity event. He liked the photo of his friend's new car. Message, meaning to send a written, spoken, or electronic communication. She messaged him to confirm their meeting time. He received a message from his friend with the address for the party. Post, meaning to publish content online, such as on social media or a website. She posted a new recipe on her food blog. He posted a photo of his vacation on Instagram. React, meaning to respond emotionally or express an opinion about something online, often using emojis or reactions. She reacted to the funny video with a laughing emoji. He reacted to the news article with a sad face. Share, meaning to distribute or make content available to others online. She shared the event details on her social media page. He shared a link to an interesting article with his coworkers. Tweet, meaning to post a short message on Twitter. She tweeted about the concert she attended last night. He tweets daily updates about his startup. Upload, meaning to transfer data or files from one computer to another, to a server or the internet. He uploaded a new video to his YouTube channel. She uploaded her photos from the trip to her cloud storage. Video call, meaning to communicate with someone through a live video connection. She had a video call with her family to catch up. He prefers to video call his friends instead of texting. Zoom, meaning to hold a virtual meeting or video call using the Zoom platform. She zoomed into the class lecture from home. They zoomed with their colleagues to discuss the project. Bargain, meaning to negotiate the terms and conditions of a transaction or agreement. He bargained with the vendor to get a better price on the rug. She spent an hour bargaining at the market for the best deals. Confess. Meaning, to admit to something that one is ashamed or embarrassed about. He confessed to eating the last piece of cake. She confessed her love to him after years of silence. Cry. Meaning, to shed tears as an expression of distress, pain, or sorrow. She cried after watching the sad movie. He cried out in frustration when he missed the bus. Demand, meaning to ask for something forcefully, in a way that shows that refusal is not expected. The workers demanded higher wages from their employer. She demanded to speak to the manager about her complaint. Dispute. Meaning, to argue about something, to question whether something is true or valid. They disputed the results of the election. She disputed the charges on her credit card bill. Joke. Meaning, to say something in fun or teasing, to make a humorous remark. He joked about his friend's new haircut. She joked that she would quit her job and move to a tropical island. Lie. Meaning, to make a false statement with deliberate intent to deceive. He lied about his whereabouts last night. She lied to her boss about being sick. Promise. Meaning, to assure someone that one will definitely do, give, or arrange something. She promised to call him as soon as she arrived home. He promised his children a trip to the amusement park. Suggest. Meaning, to put forward an idea or plan for consideration. She suggested going out for dinner instead of cooking. He suggested that they take a different route to avoid traffic. Threaten. Meaning, to state one's intention to take hostile action against someone in retribution for something done or not done. He threatened to quit if he didn't get a raise. She threatened to call the police if they didn't leave her property. Warn. Meaning, to inform someone in advance of a possible danger, problem, or other unpleasant situation. He warned her not to go out alone at night. The weather forecast warned of heavy rain and strong winds.